What is going on, guys? Welcome into another video, and in this one I am going to be introducing you to my journal and my habit tracker that I have on Notion. If you've never heard of Notion, oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite softwares ever. It can do anything you want. And I don't want to sell it short because there's so many things that it can do, but one of the things that I utilize it for is to keep track of a journal and a habit tracker within it. You can take notes, you can make tables and graphs, and it does so many things. I'll make a actual video on the things that Notion can do, but today we'll talk about just the journal and the habit tracker. Okay. Before we get started, don't forget to hit subscribe, notification bell, like the video, and if you find value out of this video, then please share it with somebody that you think would also find value in it. So let's get started. So this journal and habit tracker that I've developed over the last year or two really started after I read The Miracle Morning, the book by Hal Elrod, and I wanted to track how I was, if I was keeping up with it or not, basically. And also, one of the parts of A Miracle Morning that he writes about is journaling, and so that's what I also used it for. So I'm going to show you, I got a bare bones version of it, which also you guys can download as a template for free. So if you guys want to, I'll leave that in the description below. I can't talk right now. But yeah, so here we are. Here's the journal and the habit tracker that I've made. Okay, and basically, you can just see all these columns, and this is pretty much everything I track. You can track literally whatever you want. But first column, it says name. That just means like the number entry. That's how I use it. So day 1, day 2, day 174, whatever. The date, which will automatically come up. I'll show you how to do that. The day of the week, which will automatically come up. I keep track of how many hours I sleep per night with this column, and it automatically calculates that for me too. And then some other things that I track, I want to make sure that I drink water first thing in the morning. I want to make sure I do my shoulder stretches because I'm dealing with a shoulder injury. I want to make sure I read. I want to make sure I learn something, and sometimes I count the reading as the learning, or I'll listen to a podcast or watch a YouTube video, or watching Meet Kevin's morning live streams. That counts as learning to me. I have a column here for yoga. I try to do yoga every morning, and then I want to meditate as well. And you'll see why they're formatted in check boxes, and some are numbers and whatnot, but I'll explain everything right now. So basically, when you get here, to make a new entry, the easiest way to do it, you go to this new button, but you click on the arrow, and then I have for you guys this thing that says template. So you click on template, and here is where everything is going to happen. Okay, so say you're on day 3, like the table is. So day 3, you just type in day 3 at the top. Okay, date, we're going to click where it says empty. You're going to click on whatever day of the week it is. So I'm going to say it's tomorrow, even though you can't predict the future. I'll just put it December 16th, 2021. Okay, and when I click away from this, you'll notice that Thursday popped up. So tomorrow is Thursday the 16th. So that formula works. Now, you're going to fill in some of this extra information that you didn't see over here. This is just what you actually care about and what you want to see, but inside is the meat and potatoes of all the formulas and whatnot, and more inputs that you have to take care of. Okay, so wake up time, hour. So that means if you woke up at 6:30, you're gonna put a 6 right here, and then underneath it, wake up time min, that's where you put the 30. So these two together mean you woke up at 6:30. Okay, same idea for bedtime, hour and minute. Say you went to bed at 11:30. Boom. And then you might have already noticed that down here, some of these numbers auto-populated. Okay, and also bedtime, you can choose between AM and PM. Most of us go to bed PM, I would think, but if you go to bed AM, you would choose AM. So sleep calculated itself basically 11:30 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. is 7 hours of sleep. Wake up time 6.5 means 6:30. Sleep time 11.5 equals 11:30, and these ones are just for the formula so that they work. You don't have to ever worry about them. Um, and then if you drink some water, say I did everything. Okay, say I drank my water, I read, I learned something, I did 30 minutes of yoga, I did my stretches, and I meditated. Okay, and then I also have this part down here, a little gratitude journal. Been trying to get into being more grateful for things in my life, and so this is one way I'm doing that. And so you just write down at least one thing that you're grateful for from the previous day, and I'm grateful for the health of myself, my family, and my friends. Something simple, or type out multiple paragraphs if you want. It's up to you. And then if you have other thoughts, you write them here. I don't have any other thoughts right now. But when you go away from this, you click out of the page. Okay, now you can see that we just did day 3, December 16th, Thursday. Ignore that these are the same. I meant to put different days, but oh well. And then you can see that we've slept 7 hours, check, 30 minutes, and then a check mark. Okay. Another cool feature of this habit tracker is that there's pieces of information at the bottom of the table. Okay. Underneath date, it has range. So range means like when did you start versus what day are you on, kind of. And it says a day because this table has December 15th, and then it also has December 16th. If we had December 15th, 2021 and December 15th, 2022, this would say a year because there's a year worth of entries. Sleep, I have set it up to calculate the average amount of sleep that you get. So you can see over these 3 days, the average amount was 8.6 hours. I don't do much with this information, but I just like to have it. And then water, stretching, reading, learning, and meditating, they all have this checked number right here. And you can see check 3, check 3, check 2, check 3, check 3. That just counts literally how many check boxes are checked. But it's helpful to see that if these are the same, then you kind of know you've done them every single time. But say, for example, I didn't read yesterday, I won't check it off, and then it has a 2 rather than 3. And it just allows you to see how well you're keeping up with all of these things. So ideally, the goal is to keep every single number the same, like 3, 3, 3, 3, and then tomorrow 4, 4, 4, 4. Obviously, we're not all perfect, and so it's okay if that doesn't happen, but that's just a good way to keep track of things as well. And then for yoga, I put some, okay? And so it actually adds up the amount of minutes in this column and spits out how many total minutes of yoga I've done. Okay, and so like on my actual journal and habit tracker, in the last year, I believe, I've done 12,000 minutes of yoga. Okay, and so that's just another way that I like to keep track of how much yoga I've actually done, because I'm relatively new to it, but I actually, now that I think about it, I have been doing it for quite a while. So yeah, that is sorted. Okay, so it's sorted by date and descending, which just means that the most recent entry will go on top all the time. So that means if I were to put one that said December 14th, it would go on the bottom right here. Okay. But if I put December 17th, dang it, I keep doing that. December 17th, that one goes on the top, as you can see right there. Okay. So I've set up this template so that you don't have to mess with any of the formulas. I wish I remembered where I got all the formulas. I've found them online. I've watched multiple videos on Notion, and I wish I remembered so I could give credit where it's due, but I don't remember where I got them all. I wouldn't touch the formulas, okay? That will just make your life a lot harder. But I would recommend deleting columns and adding your own and the things that you want to track, and just kind of evolve it as you go. And that's what I've done. When I first started, I only had like water, yoga, meditation, and that was it. But then over time I added dates and then the formula to get the day of the week automatically, and then I wanted to know how much I slept, so I added that. And yeah, that's it. This tracker will be available, like I said, for download down below. You're gonna need a Notion account, which is free. They have a paid version, but I just use the free one. And I absolutely adore this application. I can't tell you how much I enjoy it. I use it every single day for this. And sorry, my camera died. I was saying I will make a Notion all-in-one video that encompasses kind of everything you can do in Notion, but this is just one of the main things that I do every single day with it, and I just absolutely love it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, like the video, all that good stuff. And if you found value out of it, consider sharing it with somebody that you think would also find value out of it. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.